For your viewing pleasure, this broadcast of the Municipal Council meeting of Alpena is made possible by the funding provided by the City of Alpena. Thank you for your generosity.
We'll call to order the Alpena City Council meeting of February 4th, 2019. The mayor is excused this evening, so you're stuck with me.
And also Mike.
And Mike is excused as well.
Call the roll.
Hess.
Here.
Johnson.
Here,
Nielsen.
Here.
we'll stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any modifications to the agenda this evening? Did everyone have a chance to read the minutes from the last meeting? Any changes? Those will stand as printed. Now we're into citizens appearing before council on agenda or non-agenda items have 5 minutes to address us. With your concerns, this is the only time during council that you'll be able to address us. So, anyone? Please state your name and address.
He'll state his name.
Joshua Doobie, I'm here on behalf of the Fresh Palate. We are just asking for some allowances for us to throw the Alpena Blues Festival downtown this year, as opposed to at the fairgrounds where they have been having it. I think they've been having a little bit of an attendance problem with that, so we'd like to help them sort of revive that festival and just give it a little bit of new life in the downtown. We need an extra amount of time to get the tents set up and just the whole downtown, so that's why we have extra time allotted this year. JJ's, John Benson asked us to ask for more time to set that stuff up because we've been pushing it right up to the event with the Sunrise Suds Festival, so we need a little extra time this year. That's basically it. Same thing with the Sunrise Suds Festival. This is the same thing. We just need some extra time to get it all set up. We're going to have security, all kind of the same setup. We're working on the Spirit of the Blues. We're working with the DDA on this as well. So if there's any concerns there, we can always run them through Ann. That's it. Thank you for your time.
Is that time right? I thought they wanted like 3 weeks.
It's from 8 p.m. the night before. So the event is on June 22nd, 2019, and they want the street
Oh, I
closed
got
the
you.
day before.
I got you.
Yep.
Okay. Ta-ta.
Anyone else?
Very
We'll
well.
move on to the consent agenda. Bills to be allowed in the amount of $245,996.60. Spirit of Blues, formerly the Blues Fest, request for noise variance from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on June 22nd, 2019, and a street closure from June 21st, 2019 at 8 p.m. until 12 p.m. on June 23rd, 2019. C, third annual Sunrise Suds Takeover request for a noise variance from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on September 21st, 2019, and a street closure from September 20th, 2019 at 8 p.m. until 12 p.m. on September 22nd, 2019.
Move to accept the consent agenda as printed.
Second. We have the first and the second.
Hess.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Nielsen.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Well, on presentations, we have none. Announcements, I would just like to make one announcement, and I had, and I'm sure everyone else did, had a lot of positive comments about DPW cleaning up the streets during the last snow event. They did an excellent job. That comes back to all of us, and we would just like to thank them for their hard work on that. There's no proclamations, public hearing, unfinished business, new business. We're down to new business, smartphone app discontinuation. Steve?
In 2013, the city took advantage of an opportunity to build a smartphone app with no upfront development costs. Tom Skiba of My Community Mobile secured a grant to assist municipalities in developing apps for the communities and was able to offer a pre-designed app for only the maintenance cost of $99 per month. He approached the city at a time when it was becoming necessary to investigate other ways to communicate with the public. When initially launched, the app had approximately 30 total downloads, most of which were staff testing the app. The app, for the most part, was a static source of general information about the city and could be updated through the use of content management system. The concern initially was, of course, double entry of the information, but we were assured that when we updated the city's website, the news releases and headlines and such would automatically update through the app, update the app through the RSS feeds. On 3 separate occasions, I requested assistance on setting this up, but received no help. The data in the app remained static until changes to staff or council were necessary, and then it was edited along with separately changing the information on the website. A year or so after implementation, we received several emails from a former employee at the company who claimed responsibility for the design of the app and explained that he had not received just compensation and he was suing the company. I was assured by Tom that this was inaccurate and the emails eventually went away. Despite a news release, the app received no additional downloads, and at some point, the vendor had changed the CMS address and did not inform us. So now I can no longer edit the app data. We continued to pay the $99 a month in hopes that our new website might be more compatible with the app and the information exchange would be seamless. Over the last year, the company seemed to change locations or ownership or something as the remit to address changed several times on the invoices. So without a CMS, a working phone number, and unanswered emails, I had no knowledge of how to synchronize our new website with the app. In December of 2018, we received a call from a gentleman informing us that we have a new login for the invoicing system where we can go to see invoices and check out our account. He also gave me the new address for the CMS. The clerk's office had been trying to reach the company about 2 checks that were not cashed from May and September of 2018 and questioned if they needed them reissued to a new address. The representative commented that we were $1,386 behind on our payments. Obviously, this is not the case since we can show that all these checks have been canceled or been cashed, except the 2 that we were questioning. We would continue to wait for an answer on those 2 checks if we need to reissue them or not. So after logging into the CMS for the first time in a long time, we have 0 downloads on our app. So, in review of all this information, I am recommending that we discontinue use of the smartphone app, discontinue the $99 a month. Our new website is smartphone compatible. It reorganizes itself to be friendly with a smartphone, and you can page through it without any issues. So, I'm suggesting that we terminate this agreement as soon as possible.
Does anyone have any questions, Steve? I don't. I'll entertain a motion.
It doesn't seem to be the best use of our advertising dollars, and I believe we should discontinue the use of the smartphone and rely on our IT department to take care of us. I move that we discontinue the smartphone app that we have from, what's the name of the company?
My Community.
Yeah, Monty. Thank you.
Second. Any discussion?
Johnson?
Yes.
Nielsen?
Yes.
Hess?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, Steve, you're up again.
On January 22nd, 2019, the city of Alpena received an open bids for the annual city conference program. Bid documents were sent to 7 firms as well as posted on the website with 2 bids received. Bedrock Contracting, which is our current contractor, $60,304.30, and Ryan Brothers, $91,175. After reviewing the proposed prices, it is the engineer's recommendation that we award the city concrete program to Bedrock Contracting for the 2019 construction season at the unit prices outlined in the bid tabulation. And this contract has an option of a single-year renewal. The resident cost for sidewalk under this program is established at 60% of the cost for the installation of 4-inch replacement sidewalk. This cost includes the contractor cost of $3.33 and engineering costs of 35 cents per square foot, totaling $3.68. 60% of this cost would be $2.21, and it's the engineer's recommendation that the property owner's sidewalk rate be established at $2.21 per square foot. This would be an increase of 3 cents per square foot over last year.
Questions?
Do you have information about what the bid was last year from Bedrock?
It was similar. We've got a lot of different things in the bid. Their bid usually runs between, the contract at the end of the year usually runs between 30 to 35 and as high as 45,000 for the year. But we include a lot of things that we may use during the year, but don't necessarily. If we have something happen on 11th Avenue where we need to get into 9-inch concrete, things like that, we have to have that in the bid. Sometimes we get lucky, we don't have anything happen, so we don't, so the numbers don't reflect necessarily, the total cost doesn't necessarily reflect the overall contract at the end of the year. It's usually lower than that 60,000. With Bedrock, we've dealt with for the last few years. We're happy with their work. They are responsive to, when we need them to get some work done. We can call them on a Wednesday night and say, hey, we had something happen on Ripley Street. We need you over there, and we need it open for the weekend. So, and they do respond to that very well. So.
Anything else? I have nothing. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we get a contract for the 2019 city concrete contract to Bedrock Contracting for $60,304.30.
I think either as a separate motion as part of this, and that setting the, right, the property owner's sidewalk rate at the 221.
Do you want that in two motions?
What do you, it's gonna be done?
It probably should be two motions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just put it
Do you want to do it separately, or do you
Yeah,
want a
no,
more
we're gonna do
response?
them
Oh,
separate.
oh,
So we'll wait for that one to after the vote.
Okay.
The first one, she did.
So I made the motion, then second.
Yep. Who's gonna
I'll second. Any discussion on that?
That's the award. Nielsen,
Yes.
Hess,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
So now I'll entertain a motion
Second.
to establish the sidewalk rate for residential customers at 221.
So moved.
Well, that's my motion. I guess I'm making the motion.
You're entitled. As the chair, you're still entitled to make a motion.
Any discussion on that? Okay.
Hess,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Nielsen.
Yes.
Motion carried.
There's no further business before us this evening, so
Well, no, we'll go to close.
we have to go into, I need a motion for,
Move we go into closed session to discuss water and sewer litigation.
Second.
That's a roll call.
can you have to take a roll call?
Johnson. Nielsen.
Yes.
Hess.
Sorry.